We've been going as EPIKS since COVID, but the organisation, which is called Environment Kirklees Limited, is actually been going since 2015. So what we want to do is see more people wheeling, walking and cycling, because it's a great way of getting around.
Right.
The other area of work is managing green spaces, but also blue spaces like waterways. So what we're trying to do is manage those areas better for wildlife.
So if I was to get in touch with you and say, right, I would like to volunteer to do something with EPIKS, I'd like to make a difference to the local area, what thing would you set me on? What would you start me on with?
So every Wednesday morning, our volunteer supervisor, Ranger Gilly, runs a volunteer session for 3 hours. What we do is we tend to rotate. So we go to different areas of the nature park. So that might include clearing vegetation back for footpaths. We'll do some litter picking. We'll remove litter around the riverbank so it doesn't get into the river and then the marine environment. And in the wintertime, we'll also do habitat management when the birds are not nesting, of course.
Oh, wow.
So that includes cutting grasslands, hay meadows, so that they continue to flower and provide habitats for insects and birds and the mammals and the rest of it.
I mean, this is absolutely amazing. Who'd be doing this if it wasn't for you?
I think that's a really good question. And the answer is nobody, because the sites that we manage, there's actually very little happening there. They were neglected. They weren't attractive to visit. And people weren't using them or using them in a way that's antisocial. So actually managing those areas, making them look attractive to use, encouraging people to go there, putting in things like picnic tables, seats by the river, it really turns things around. Now, I'm not saying that everything's rosy and everything's perfect. We still get issues with litter, much more so than we should, but that's plastic bottles, cans, really things that ought to be recycled. But we are making a difference nonetheless.
Yeah, you definitely are.
And things are moving forward. And we work with many businesses as well. Some of those businesses own the land that we work on and they support our work.
Jeff, have you always been interested in the environment? Has that always been on your agenda, if you like?
Well, probably for the last 50 years or so.
Oh, just the last half a century?
Yeah, half a century or so.
Why did you get interested in it?
Well, I got to around about 30 and I started becoming interested in bird watching and various other things. Got involved volunteering, and 3 of our directors are retirees. So more time to do things, more time to organise, working to improve the environment for everyone.
What an enormous sense of achievement that you must have, but also everybody who's involved in this. What's next? What's the next big project?
Okay, we are involved in a landscape recovery project which covers Calderdale and the Colne Valley as well. So the Two Valleys Trail up the towpaths of both valleys and then across the tops. Now, that's a bit of a challenge if you've got any sort of disability.
Right.
But what we're trying to do is to actually make that happen so that more and more people can do that. There's lots of great organisations out there doing stuff.
Oh, that is true, but you are very special. So thank you so much for coming in and telling us a little bit more about EPIKS. I've been talking to Jeff Keenlyside, who, along with the group, the not-for-profit organisation based in Huddersfield, they're up for one of our brilliant Make a Difference awards. They're in the Environmental Awards category. Jeff, thanks for coming in.
Thank you very much.